JJ, when you look over the film from the first game, or obviously first game, but what stood out in terms of what you guys did well and what you executed well on both ends of the floor?
We executed our defensive game plan. We had some possessions with like textbook multiple effort plays required against, I would say, the vast majority of teams. There's not a lot of stand around, post up, stand around ISO stuff. There's certainly ISO guys like Anthony Edwards that can bend your defense a little bit. But I thought just the mixture of stuff that we did and then our guys executing the different coverages was really good.
Sometimes offensive performance can dictate defensive effort. The fact that you guys were able to play that well defensively, but you didn't shoot it well, what does it say about your team in the early going?
We're building trust. I think that's the biggest thing. Trust does not happen overnight. It's a word we've used a lot. You need reinforcement of that trust. It can happen in a practice, it can happen in a game, it can happen in a film session. The best reinforcement, though, is in a game. And when you talk about being a process team, you need to certainly get results to sort of build that trust in the process. And I think our guys are starting to do that.
You had a few days to prep for the Minnesota game. You're going to have a few days to prep for the Phoenix game, but then it's a back-to-back. How are you handling that in terms of scouting with your coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, we have our our scout pods in the same way that we have our development pods. So, Bo had the scout for Phoenix in the preseason. That was our sort of dress rehearsal, and we'll have that tomorrow. And then, of course, we have a different coach doing the SAC scout. We'll all be prepped and watch all the film and everything. It doesn't really change a lot other than what we're able to deliver to our team. But we feel that with today, tomorrow's shoot around, just some of the stuff, in terms of our offensive and defensive checklist that we feel like we need to have in, we'll be able to get in prior to Saturday. So we feel good about it. The Kings play. So we're not going to have a ton of time like pregame to sort of go through anything, but we'll be prepared.
JJ, what sort of understanding that this could change?
LA Kings, to be fair, at 1 o'clock. I know we play the Kings. I'm saying the LA Kings play at 1 o'clock. It's one of those days at crypto.
Yeah.
Correct. What's sort of the holistic approach to back-to-backs with your veterans? Do you have a plan? I know you've said before you're going to deal with it in real time, but I guess big picture, would you like to steal rest days when you can?
Sure, but again, it's all real time. It's real time.
You guys shot.
How do they feel waking up Saturday morning?
You guys shot around for game one. So you're gonna shoot around Friday. What is your shoot around philosophy? What's the value in it versus?
Yeah, we're using shoot arounds right now. We did this in the preseason. We're using shoot arounds to teach and install stuff. As we get deeper into the season, there will be times, particularly after a day of practice or a day of travel, where we will meet at the arena and do all the sort of walkthrough stuff at the arena. But the way just the schedule has worked out in this first week, it makes sense for us to do the shoot-arounds on here in the morning.
Did you find those valuable as a player? Like the kind of like an install game day shoot-around? Or would you prefer the rest?
I did something every morning, so whatever, it didn't matter to me. My routine didn't change. So it was the same day for me, regardless.
Did you follow through with the league about the new basketballs, and did you hear back anything?
Well, you guys are. Hopefully we'll spend years together. Hopefully we'll spend years together, not a short period of time. Hopefully you'll understand that sometimes when I go on these things, I am being half serious, but it's also a bit. I know where the balls come from. I think it's early. We'll figure out where the good basketballs are in this gym, and we'll make sure they're at crypto.
JJ, what did you make of Dolphin Dolphin Connect's debut as a late vet, and just what you saw from him early, and what's your plan for him moving forward, just in terms of minutes and just getting him more?
He's in the rotation. I don't have, I mean, other than AD and LeBron and just sort of managing their workload, I don't have a set minutes thing for any player. I thought his debut was really good, and again, he can shoot, he can score. He's pretty dynamic as an offensive player. We've asked him to compete and know our stuff, and he was good on Tuesday night. And then, again, that's trust building.
You've seen Phoenix twice already. What are the ways they hit your pressure points most?
Start with 3 elite offensive players. They're doing a lot of like-size, small screening and getting behind the defense. That's something we have to be really cognizant of in our switching groups. And look, if you watch, the game last night, it's a lot of nail ISOs with Kevin Durant, late game. Those are tough to defend. A great player at the nail it can be an unsolvable problem if they're making shots.
You were a Clipper. Also, what was sort of your watching that game? What was your reaction to seeing them in their own building? What did you think of it when you saw it?
It looked pretty awesome. The wall looked pretty awesome. I'm excited for Steve and the organization. It's cool.
JJ, league pass obviously started to form out here, but now you're the head coach. You have your responsibilities on the high. How much can you bounce around watching games versus meeting with the coaches and all prepare for that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll find time to get the stuff that I need to get done. I loved it as a player, to be honest with you. Being able to, get home from practice, whatever you need to do in the afternoon, and then just kind of sit on the couch and watch basketball and go to bed at a normal human hour. My kids love it too. They like having games on. They like the fact that they can actually stay up and watch games, and that I'm not even going to say it. Never mind.
What's your setup?
I don't want to throw my kids under the bus.
What's your setup?
Let's just say that.
Are they responsible for the basketballs?
No, let's just say that they have a favorite team that isn't purple and gold, and they're an East Coast team. So they, for them, having to go at halftime when we lived in New York was it was a traumatic experience every night. But they get to watch full games now on the East Coast, so they're excited about that.
What's your setup? Do you have multiple screens? Do you have an iPad for next week to watch every game at once?
No, I just watch the game that I want to watch. With Sport Code, it's like I can watch a full game in a very limited amount of time. And if there's something specific I want to watch, I can watch it very easily. And if it's only a team's offense I want to watch, So our video staff, our process for all of that, for both our scout pods and for our deliverables to our front bench, our video room is buttoned up and dialed in. They make my job super easy with prepping for an opponent.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thanks.